So, hello everyone and welcome back to some more of the Dragonades Origins here with Ruska and all of our companions. Before we head out, I was actually thinking that I've at least talked to Sevron and the guys that we have mostly been doing things with right now, quite of a reasonable amount, but I kind of forgot to talk to Vun because we haven't actually properly even talked to her for a bit, and especially now that we even went to kill Flemet, Morikan's mother, with Vun together, it seems reasonable that I at least have a little chat with Vun before we head out.
What's on your mind?
So, is there actually something we could do to try to cure you?
Cure me? What, am I sick now?
Well... you're a little dead. In a sense, yes. Kinda.
Even you know that you cannot cure the dead. And I'm not the only one dying. You are too. I'm just more efficient about it. Ah, child, your concern is heartwarming. But death comes to everyone, and it is not something to fear.
That's kinda true. Kinda true. But still. Am I a little bit afraid? I guess I would be. That considering the dying part, the death itself, of course, it's not like you feel anything when you are actually already dead, but the dying part, I don't fear death. It's the dying that scares me.
People fear not death, but having life taken from them. Many waste the life given to them, occupying themselves with things that do not matter. When the end comes, they say they did not have time enough to spend with loved ones, to fulfill dreams, to go on adventures they only talked about. But why should you fear death if you are happy with the life you have led? If you can look back on everything and say, yes, I am content. It is enough.
So I assume that you are then content. So are you content?
I think I've led a good life, a full life, and I, for one, am not afraid of death, whatever it may bring. They say that when you die, your spirit travels through the fade and returns to the Maker. And after that, we'll see, won't we?
We would indeed see. And besides, of course, the fact that Rune is older, so I would assume that she has an easier time trying to accept it, when I would think, on the other hand, most of us otherwise are a little bit younger, of course, not considering Shale, so it would be a little bit more difficult to accept. After all, like, even if we talk about psychology, one of the main things about getting older is to be able to accept the life you've been living, and then accepting that that is coming closer and stuff like that. Like the goals that you need to achieve to be happy before the end will be coming. But okay, at least a little bit of a chat. We will be talking with everyone, at least see if anyone has something more to say then next time when we come around here. The only thing is that I'm a little bit worried that I don't have enough inventory space, and I probably should do something about it. But I don't really want to be cutting that sort of thing out nonetheless completely from videos. Plus, on the other hand, I probably would sort it out a lot better if I wasn't recording. But I don't want to do that now because I am recording. So let's just get out there and do our best.
Yes.
So Alistair, Okren, the only other dwarf around, and then we will have Morikan to join us. Indeed you will, and we shall be heading to the village of Haven. A remote village nestled in the mountains. It's not even marked on most maps. All the way from here, which was swarming with darkspawn, but somehow we still did make it all the way to that location. Alright, what sort of an encounter do we have? Okay, actually some battles with our dwarven brothers now. Yes, kind of a lot of stuff going around though, which is kind of a little bit worrisome. Alright. Well, how should we be starting? Curse of Mortality maybe against this guy, if it's possible to get it working, would be nice. We could try to do a Death Cloud, but the problem is that they're gonna be moving, and then we have our Dwarven friends, so I don't really like the idea. Yes, you just come on into here as quickly as possible. You go into the shadows.
Here I am.
Yeah, he's starting to do that stuff, which is of course no surprise by any means. Let's go and try to be concentrating a little bit more on this one. Sure. Go on ahead and get something like this going on here. So we can get them a little bit more vulnerable to us. You go on ahead and try to taunt as many as possible. You indeed just go and help in there. I would like to get something like Death Hex on this thing. That would also be nice. I want to be trying to keep as many of us at least alive as possible. Also, can you get the Indomitable? Yes. I think that's also important, so you won't be thrown about like everyone else is. Or most others anyways. Alright, I let the one mage die, so I gotta be extremely careful here. Okay, let's just go ahead and do something like this, I guess. Just to start killing some of them.
As you wish.
Very well.
Alright. Okay. Well, that's gonna be attacking there, I guess, which is alright. Not exactly great though, considering I would like to get some healing for Alistair too. Just use the one healing potion then for the moment and time being. I think that would be pretty good in this circumstances. Use that. At least you're pretty vulnerable now. Let's heal Alistair then quickly, and
Yeah.
now then I will try to do the... That should be done too, to be honest. At least a few genlocks have been killed in there, so that's something, I guess. With Chain Lightning. Try to stun as soon as possible. Stun them all for a little bit at least, would be nice. Alistair needs again some more healing. Ouch. Come and kill this guy too, Okran. I would love you to do a lot of other stuff too. It's kind of surprising how this Okran for the moment and time isn't doing anything. Inaccuracy thing for you, mayhaps. Alistair, can you just drink another potion? Another boulder thrown by this guy, but at least he has the inaccuracy. One probably wanted to do something a little bit better. At least one of Okra is dead now, so that's a little bit of a nice thing nonetheless. But slightly concerned I am nonetheless about all of this. Good job, Alistair.
Stop me.
Our dwarven body is really suffering, so is you. Can you heal yourself? Just a teeny tiny bit would be nice. Can I in some way try to save you? Okay, not attacking right now against you, which might be alright. Maybe, hopefully. Just looking that you're so dead. So close to being dead. I don't use his skills well enough to be honest either, but maybe that saved something a little bit. So trying to keep everyone alive somehow.
Right.
Okay. Alright. It's just the problem that I feel that we would also need to go here, or there's a high risk of it just throwing another boulder soon, and then that would be also an issue. Yeah, I'll just kill this guy first. Okay, one more guy dead. But yeah, that dwarven soldier is so close to death that it has to be healed if we want to be trying to do something nice. You two, as in me and you, shall be heading this way, although we also would need some healing, but easier said than done right now. To be honest, I shall stay here, because someone needs to kill. Alistair is better at trying to survive against the ogre. Especially now, because it's going to be throwing another goddamn boulder, and I don't like it. It might be killing some dwarves. I would hope not, but... Ouch. Yep. Well, I gladly didn't kill anyone. Was a little bit worried, however.
Too fast.
Kill that thing first and foremost.
For you.
Okay, nice. Then you will go after it.
Yep.
Okay, so try to get into position where you could throw, do something against it. So Alistair needs some healing, like right about now, just a little bit. At least it's gotten a reasonably good amount of damage at this point, but still. Use one little lesser health, but to us at least that's something. Okay. It's almost dead. Ooh boy.
New tactic. Passing out.
Oh boy. Well, that was scary. Slightly scary. Was a tough situation to try to keep everyone alive in that, but we managed to, just barely, as in all of our dwarven buddies. I wish that I would have kept that darnable elf mages alive too. Well, the master and one of the mages survived, but one of them didn't, so I do feel so bad about it. Is there something somewhere else? Don't see. So, you guys.
Orzammar has heard your call. We march for you, Warden. Orzammar has heard your call. Orzammar has heard your call. We march for you. We march for you.
We march for you. We march for you. We march for you. Thank you. Kindly. I appreciate it. Oh boy. Well, that was a battle. Let's head on. Let's just head on. And here we are. We finally arrived to the village of Haven. I do need to also sometimes make sure. Let's see, what could I craft? I do have 4. But I still don't have the concentrator agent, so I would need that stuff before I could be trying to make this dwarven resicide antidote that I do want to be able to make at some point. Let's create a few of these, I guess, why not? Lyrium potions are definitely good to have, so that I actually have something. Would like to get some healing potions too, but that's a little bit tougher thing to do. Justify, especially when Morrigan nonetheless can heal us, from time to time at least. Could I make any fun traps? That's of course a good question, but they're all basically still small traps. If I could improve my skill a little bit in trap making, that would be good and fun. Okay, but Village of Haven. And dead roots. Hello, guard. So,
What are you doing in Haven? There's nothing for you here.
are you certain? So this is Haven.
What do you want?
Is there a Brother Genitive here?
Who? Perhaps revered Father Eirik will know of whom you speak. Unfortunately, he's ministering to the villagers at the moment and cannot be disturbed.
A revered father, huh? That's new. I wonder what this means.
It's always been thus in Haven. We do not question tradition.
I can understand that you wouldn't be questioning the tradition, but it is interesting considering usually it is the revered mother rather than father, so it is definitely different. I'm not gonna say this because I don't really know enough of the traditions regardless, so even if otherwise, but from ours seems a little bit silly. So, have you heard of the Urn of Sacred Ashes?
The urn is nothing but a legend.
Well, Brother Genitive's research suggests that it may be a little bit more than that.
I do not know who Brother Genitive is or what he says. However, I'm sure people can convince themselves of anything.
Well, that's true enough. People can convince themselves of all sort of things if they wish. And you don't know if Brother Genitive has come here.
No.
So why a revered father? All the other priests that I've seen elsewhere have been women.
It's always been thus in Haven. We do not question tradition.
I would have some questions about Haven if you would be having any time to answer.
Ask and be on your way.
So how long has Haven been here?
Haven's always been here. My family knows no other home.
Okay. So who is in charge of the village?
Father Eirik is our spiritual leader and guide. He's in the chantry giving a sermon. You should not disturb him.
Alright. So why haven't I heard of Haven before? Or anyone in our party? Why haven't any of us heard of Haven before?
We keep to ourselves. We see no need to announce our presence to the world. It's more peaceful that way.
I can kinda understand that. So nothing else then.
Then perhaps you should return to the lowlands.
Thank you for answering my questions. So I would like to explore Haven for a while, if that's okay, just to see if Brother Genitive is here.
We do not appreciate lowlanders looking about our home as though it was some sort of zoo.
Well, I understand, but I still kinda need to do it. We can't just turn around when we need to find out if Brother Genitive has been here, so very well, but excuse me then.
You may trade for supplies at the shop if you wish. Then I suggest you and your companions leave.
Did it just get a lot colder, or is it just me?
They are hiding something. 'Tis obvious, is it not?
It is likely, considering the situation, Morrigan, and I think it kind of got colder, Alistair. I do kind of agree with that. I do. Let's have a death root. At least no one's been gathering death root, so I'm sure you won't be too mad of me going and gathering a little bit of a death root for myself. What's this location? Village house of some sort, but that doesn't say it would be a shop, so probably would be a little bit rude to go in there right away. There is at least a book here, and also another death root, and a cow. Book. Hello, book. Death of a Templar Codex. Sounds suspicious. Sure, let's read it. The dry, dusty earth swallows up salty drops that splatter its surface. A tiny insect pauses, sensing the vibrations, and scurries off, leaving behind its invisible enemy. As the drops fall, the dark circles merge together, expressing a mirror to their creator. The primal emotions of bloodlust and sorrow blend into a lethal cocktail that breaks the strongest of men. The jurisdiction of strength must be left to the spirit, not arm nor chest. Only the wisest turn to his inner sanctuary to partition the mind from an all-consuming madness. Seductive voices whispering promise of glory, weighting down the weaker part of the flesh, bringing a death far worse than that of a hot lead or steel. These blanks, hollow promises will echo the unfathomable eternally. Okay. Living comfortably amongst material possessions, it is easy to misunderstand the true meaning of uncontrollable hate, failing to understand the power of fighting against pure, unfaltering beliefs, against foes that listen only to their soul. Uncontrollable hate, influenced and thus removed from innocence. The scar is permanent and internal. The rain, now red, feeds the debt owed for actions past, sinking future into the earth as the mind draws slower. What was it that drew himself to this situation? The mind ebbs and passes to a lingering memory of true innocence. He entered war as a newborn enters the world, unknowing of both the horrors and light of the Maker that will save him. The sound of metal sliding along later comes from above him, from the second he was born to his soon-to-be dying breath. His mind was processing and analyzing knowledge and experiences. It is true that he thought he could be wise in his own eyes, but only the most humble recognizes that he knows very little. Bias, speculation, and all of false pretenses make way to the sound of the sweeping steel, and then finally, his soul, as ready as his eyes try from this final understanding, enters his promise of its purest form. From Death of Templar by Sir Andrew Knight of Andraste and Templar Archivist 9-4 Dragon. Interesting. Very poetic overall. Cow. Ox, rather, but yes. One lonely ox. And there's chickens. I can see chickens. I can't communicate with the chickens though, which is kind of sad. But yeah, it would be rude for me to go into that house even if I would be interested to go into there.
Bonnie Lynn, tell us where you've been. Were you up, were you down? Chasing rabbits around the town. Come, Bonnie Lynn. Tell us where you've been. Come, Bonnie Lynn. We've a bed to put you in. It is soft, it is warm. It will shelter from the storm. Come, Bonnie Lynn. We've a bed to put you in. Dear Bonnie Lynn, sleeps the peaceful crib within. A mossy stone, a finger bone. No one knows but Lynn alone. Dear Bonnie Lynn, sleeps the peaceful crib within.
That's a little bit weird. Weird thing for a child to be rhyming.
Who are you? You shouldn't be here.
Even a kid saying that we shouldn't be here. So who are you?
I asked you first.
I am a Grey Warden. Do you know what that is?
No, and I don't care neither. Lowlanders don't belong here.
Yeah, but you know, kid, even if Lowlanders wouldn't belong here, how did I change position into this side? Oh well, the Darkspawn will be coming here anyways, no matter if you wouldn't like them or not.
What? Why are you looking at me like that?
Well, I'm just thinking that I bet you're a clever boy. What do you know about Haven?
Haven is Haven. But I have a secret. Do you want to see?
Yes, show me. The boy pulls out something from his pocket and shows it to you. A finger bone, bleached white by the sun and polished through constant handling. A finger bone. Where did you get that?
Over by the mountain. It's lucky. I keep it with me. Don't tell anyone, all right?
Alright, I won't tell anyone that you have a finger bone.
You're not going to find anything over there.
If you say so. Okay. Weird kid. But is this supposed to be the shop? Surely not. I'm like thinking that surely they would have marked if this is a shop. Guard, is this a shop or is this something else? I don't think I can think of going there. He said that I am going to be able to go and visit the shop. I can at least go and pick up an elf root. Sure, that's alright. But,
Yes.
don't want to just go and visit random houses. It's not here, but at least there's almost nothing here anyways, so I might as well visit here to the dock.
So you can turn into animals, aye? Like cats and wolves?
When the desire strikes me.
Have you ever, win into winter?
That's a most curious little mind you have, dwarf. And what if I had? Would that thought comfort you during your lonely nights?
Have you ever changed during?
Why are you suddenly asking me this?
How do we know you're truly a woman? Or even a human? You could be a chipmouse or a nug. Imagine that.
Why, yes. I am actually a nug in human form. I have come to observe your kind.
Nugs are good with extra sauce. I'm just saying.
Alright, sure. Morrigan is a knock, now we know the real truth. I'm sure they wouldn't be missing one silver chalice that someone has been leaving to the docks, but it still feels kind of wrong to be taking it, at least at this moment. Maybe I will return to take the silver chalice when we know a little bit what the heck is going on here, but for the moment I don't really know much. Other than this is a weird village. Very strange indeed. Well, but I presume this must be the place where the shop would be.
Going.
Must be. Right? Oh, not sure. Hey villager, can you help me? Where's the shop?
Leave me, stranger.
Okay, fine then. Not gonna tell me where the shop is.
All right.
What's in this sack then? Well, I'm sure deep mushroom there won't be. Too bothered if I take one deep mushroom from them. What about this book? On the Avar peoples. Okay? Sure, I'll even read another one. If I one day wanna anyways read these all, why not read a few of these? And the Avars. Driven across the frostbacks in the ancient times, the Alamari tribe split into 3 groups. One settled the Ferelden Valley, one was pushed into the Golgari Wilds, and the last returned to the mountains. Modern Fereldans bear little resemblance to their Almari ancestors, and the Chased remember few of their traditions. But the Avars have changed little throughout the ages. Like the Chased, the Avars are not an united people. Each tribe fends for itself and is beholden only to its Thane. They still follow their own gods, Gort, the Mountain Father, Hakon, Winter's Breath, the Lady of the Skies, as well as dozens of animal gods never named to outsiders. Nothing lasts in the mountain. Wind and rain eventually eat away the strongest holds. Valleys that were arable one generation are locked in year-round ice next. Game is constantly on the move. Even amongst themselves the Avar make no absolute promises. They wed by a tradition in which the groom struggles to untie a tightly knotted rope, while the bride sings a hymn to one of the gods. However many knots he has undone by the time her song ends is the number of years she will spend with him. That's a very interesting tradition. Immediately just already decided, okay, this is how many years we're gonna be together. So, gotta practice your skills in untying or opening knots before you go into a marriage. Lowlanders often forget that there is no such thing as a permanent alliance in the Frostbacks. From Ferelden folklore and history by Sister Petnia's Chantry scholar. Interesting. Interesting, certainly. What about this then? This is the shop, alright? I'm sure they will not be missing a little one elf root. They haven't even picked many of the other elf fruits. Hello, shopkeeper. I'll just have a look into your chest. Mage's Eye. That looks cool. A locket. Antivian leather boots. I kinda need this for our friend. I definitely need those.
What are you doing? That's private.
Oh, I apologize. So, hello.
Who are you? You're not from Haven.
This is the shop, right? I'd like to trade.
I don't have much, but I suppose you can take a look.
Well, if you would be selling the things that you had there, I would be more than appreciated to get them, but I'll at least buy your health bottles. I definitely don't mind getting those. I'll buy the Lyrian potions too, why not? I got the gold. I can spend that much. Mild choking powder trap. You do have a couple of plans. Mild lure plans, mild choking powder trap plans, sure. I'll buy those, so maybe I can have some new traps that I could make when I get better at that sort of stuff. Otherwise, yeah, you don't seem to have too much special stuff, but still, something interesting. I'll sell you that stuff because I will never ever ever actually use any of those sort of things, so I really don't need it. Let's at least sell a couple of these poisons. Don't need all of those, I think. Vanguard. Gold ring, iron ring. Ring of selection plus 10% to nature damage. Don't think we need that, to be honest. Alright. 69 left. That's alright. So, can I also ask you some questions?
You're back.
Can you tell me about Haven?
How would you describe the place you know only as home?
Well, that's a good question. So, have you seen a man called Brother Genitivi?
No, I've never heard that name.
Alright.
I think that is for the best.
Let's just get a little bit into here. Guys, I'm a little bit suspicious of this, especially how... Like, I understand it's definitely... But we all agreed that this place is suspicious, right? So, I will think that it's best that I would try to go and investigate. But you guys try to stay there. I'll see if I can get there a little bit more sneakily in the stealth. To have a look into the location, yeah?
Now let's see.
You just don't listen, do you? Well, it's surprising how well he noticed where we were going, but sure, guess we have no choice in the matter then. I didn't mean to do that yet, at least, but kind of just then happened, clearly. Well, I'm sorry, shopkeeper, but I was trying to just look around into that location. But apparently he just had a problem with that. Well, what is the reason then why he didn't want us here is clearly this. There's a dead guy here. Who looks like a knight. Probably from the red... yeah, we can even look at the corpse. The armor and clothing left on this dismembered man indicates...
And I'm off.
that he was from Redcliffe, one of all Eamon's knights. But, yeah, just killed into here. Clearly they don't, and we knew that they don't want us in this location, really. But, well, I don't mind taking stuff from people who clearly have gone and killed some of our, well, allies at the very least. Mage's Eye does seem to be a pretty alright bow, definitely. Nothing else in here, but, well, we'll see how much trouble we'll get into as a result, and apparently they do decide to go and attack us as well. So, I wonder if they would have attacked if we weren't too curious and go and have a look into there, but I would think so. Would kinda just make sense. Do this. Strike. Strike at them. Trying to do that. Two-handed sweep was... True enemies in a vicious arc dealing normal damage to those it hits and knocking them down unless they pass physical resistance check. Do it. Well, you tried your best. We should be just fine here though. But cultists, eh? That's a little bit different. So, alright. Well, we definitely don't have much of a choice at this point. I guess we'll go back a little bit. The woman has definitely gone away now from here too. Let's go check the start. There's at least some villages over there.
Let's wipe them out quickly!
I don't know if I would want to be able to do that, considering they are still villages, all of these people, but guess indeed there ain't much choice at this point. Other than just do it. Kind of unfortunately. Sure. Nice. Got those nicely. Just kill that guy over there. Taunt them, please. There's another archer over there. Go over there. No more, you shall not see me. But I will be coming and getting you.
Let's do this quick, shall we?
Aw. Or not. Well, you will be, or you are, quite alone at that point. There's more there? No. You just run there for no obviously really good reason, but yeah, now we just killed all of these villages. It's not exactly great. Not exactly that great. But I guess there's not too much we could do about that. There wasn't anything over there though, so let's just go and visit quickly in this house then. Do they have any more secrets in here that we wouldn't know of? Let's check. No, at least a chest with a love letter. I do need all the love letters. Okay, to try to know what love letter this would happen to be is a good question. That's the only problem, because you can't know for certainty which love letters you've read. I'm pretty sure I read that one. I wonder if we found all the love letters. Should I just try to read this? Ah, god damn it. It's the problem, not being any more at all certain which we've read. My darling Reginald, I burn for you, and because of you, please use this enclosed tincture if our love is to endure. Sari. The Varret Lowstone. Age, rates, height, I care not for the differences others perceive, but matching your helmet to my tunic for the amusement of standing in line with your new silent sisters invited attention where none was desired. I will not suffer your company again, Alison Highover. Gonna miss knocking heads with those girls. A delicate matter. While I'm overjoyed at the prospect of having you, an unwelcome quest requires that you excuse yourself by the postern of my estate to avoid a mark upon our reputations. M. Darling, when next we meet, I would find it agreeable for you to leave your hat on, and mayhap your boots as well, and trousers, shirt too, and I shall facilitate said clothed status by locking my door and posting a card, duly warned. Kind of unwanted attention, eh? X. You are filthy, a beast, such depravity I've never been forced to suffer. How many words are so laden when they leave your lips? It's beyond these and imagining. Madam, I love you, Sir Ogold. That definitely I've read. My T.S. Virginia True Royal, regard in bodies ripped. Enclosed are 7 silver and my most heartfelt apologies for said bodies. I would blame the cold ocean spray, the loss of my favorite shirt, the bucking of the stallion, or perhaps the strain of maintaining all such elements while sitting for a portrait, but I was certainly not myself. I hope you will forgive me and not take it upon yourself to find your own determined way in the world. Your Sir Rival Krausman. Dear Sir John, your ministration, while well-intentioned, holds no promise. Do not despair, for it is not you, it is of me. I require an interval to acquaint myself with the personage you awakened. I'm certain we can maintain an amiable accord, and the engagements with our mutual associates will not be awkward. Murray. My love, I long to dance you beneath the moonlight, our hearts beating like the paired wings of a dove. In concert with the glory of the makers and the beauty of the world that we must separate in this absence, join me in a purity that will last the ages when the brothers mark the shed of light anew. With all my soul, Eric Denovan. Otter's pockets, he earned it tonight. But I would hope that we would be in a situation where everything that I've checked like properly, we would have read. I don't think that's always the case, but quest-related stuff, at least most I've definitely read. I know that much, but it's sometimes, that would be the easiest way to track what you've read through and what you haven't. But, well, this looks suspicious. This altar appears to have been used recently. A pool of blood remains running over the sides of dark rivulets. Cool.
Used for food preparation, perhaps?
I doubt. Don't be stupid, Alistair.
I'm just trying to be optimistic. The other explanation is slightly more disturbing.
That is human blood.
That's not what I wanted to hear. Indeed. Find out what the villagers of Haven are hiding. You've seen some strange things in Haven. Not everything is what it seems, and the villagers are probably hiding something. Just a little bit something. This is definitely suspicious. Maybe I should have even come here first, but it didn't make sense to just go to the first random house around here. Oh yeah, I can at least go and get quickly the little silver chalice that we had in this chest. Because why not? It's not like we care to leave something like that to these people.
Lay your hand on me once more, dwarf, and the moment shall be your last.
Don't take it personally. I stepped on a rock. You don't want me to fall and break my neck, do you?
The prospect would not trouble me overmuch.
You sound just like Bronca.
Then I commend her good sense. But this is the last time I will tell you. Touch me no more.
Bronca said that too.
Alright. And somehow you still were together with Branka. Or was it indeed that... I don't know. I don't know about you. I really don't. My daggers don't glow no more. It's too much of a problem to try to glow no more. Oh well. At least we found some interesting things. And the one great thing about this sort of a location is that they chat with each other, which is quite nice. Quite nice indeed. So we've been into that shop. That seems like a suspicious location. Definitely where I assume we would need to go. But let's go here first to explore.
All right.
Don't see any reason why not. No. If that's a venturing forward location, then no. I'd say no. Into this way then we shall go. Where there seems to be some more people.
Take that while you can.
All of them just so aggressively just attacking us. Just normal people, cultists, and try to attack us. Quite foolish, I have to say.
shadows with me.
Let's go. You can stay there. You go also to attack against that guy. Morrigan could definitely be shooting against that, but just come a little bit at least closer.
Saving the day.
Let's have it at it!
And dead. Good.
You'll have to do so much better than that.
Indeed, they would need to, but they are not going to, which is good for us. I'd say it's definitely good. It's not a bad thing that they're not able to do better, considering how they seem to be a weird cult. Very strange cult. This does look like a chapel. So that's the place where the first guy we met said that we shouldn't go and disturb the person that was keeping a ceremony over here. So, let's see what they are up to in this location then, shall we?
We are blessed beyond measure. We are chosen by the holy and beloved to be her guardians. This sacred duty is given to us alone. Rejoice, my brethren, and prepare your hearts to receive her. Lift up your voices and despair not, for she will raise her faithful servants to glory when her... Ah, welcome. I heard we had a visitor wandering about the village. I trust you've enjoyed your time in Haven so far?
Indeed, a lot. You've killed the Knight of Redcliffe. I saw the bodies.
This, my brothers, is what happens when you let an outsider into the village. They have no respect for our privacy. She will tell others of us if we let her. Word will spread, and then what? You, stranger, do not understand our ways. You would bring war to Haven in your ignorance.
Even, like, some of that I can understand, but also it's just you're gonna get into more trouble if more people just happen to come into this location anyway. So it's not like you can avoid a war or such things either if you just go and just kill people that come and visit here. What about Brother Genitivi? What have you done to him?
We don't owe you any explanations for our actions. We have a sacred duty. Failure to protect her would be a greater sin. All will be forgiven.
Alright, sadly, can't try to talk anything more about it, but what can you do? You will definitely just go about and taunt immediately. You can go and attack.
Right.
Yes.
Holy smite this individual, I'd say. Sounds like a good idea to me.
Oh!
Sad that I can't get properly, like, behind him.
Yes.
Yeah, then it would just be like going and heading completely into a different direction, so not the most fun. You can't give a curse of mortality to him, possibly, if it happens to succeed. Did, so that's nice. You cannot heal yourself no more, at least. No matter if you might have liked to or not. So, and then we can start doing something like this. Alright, dead already. Cool.
You will learn to fear me.
I do wonder, however, how it would go if you actually said that we could try to be working something out together so that we wouldn't have to be telling about them. Cultist medallion, a very large bronze disc bearing the symbol of Antraste. Interesting. Interesting drawings as well. I do have to say, very interesting indeed. That looks just a slightly bit suspicious, that sort of a brick wall. But let's go here first. Probably should use tap a little bit less often, considering it's still... like, it's very useful to check sometimes that have I missed something, but on the other hand, does it take a little bit away from immersion, perhaps? So in that sense, but on the other hand, this is obvious. A brick wall that just opens like that. And there is our brother Jenny TV. Hey there.
Who are you? They've sent you to finish it.
No. Are you brother Jenny TV?
You're not one of them, thank the Maker.
Are you alright?
What do you think? Weeks of scant food and water, the torture. Oh, I've never felt better.
Lovely. Really? I get the point. Can I do anything for you?
The leg's not doing so well, and I can't feel my foot.
Okay. Morrigan, can you do anything? You do have a healing spell, so...
The leg is wounded, but that will heal in time. The foot may have to come off.
I thought you might say that. But if the foot goes, it goes. There are more important things than an old man's feet. I don't have time to rest now. I'm so close. The urn is just up that mountain.
Is it? How do you know?
My research led me to Haven, and I have heard the villagers talking. I know the urn is here. Haven lies in the shadow of the mountain that holds the urn. There is an old temple there built to protect it. The door is always locked, but I know what the key is. Iric wears a medallion that opens the temple door. I've seen what he does with it.
Okay, this medallion you mean?
Yes, that is your key. Take me to the mountainside, and I will show you.
Alright. Could you answer some questions for me first?
All right. What is on your mind?
Do you know about the knights who were sent to look for you?
Yes, of course. How could I forget? Iric said they were ambushed, some killed, a few brought back to Haven to be questioned. He was so self-righteous about it, so smug. He seemed pleased that he had tortured and murdered these men.
Aw. Sad. Well, Isolde sent the knights to find you when the Earl fell ill.
I see. She must have been desperate. She couldn't have known she was sending them to their deaths. Let's just talk about something else now, shall we?
Sure, I can understand that. Haven, it's a little odd, isn't it?
Well, it wasn't exactly what I expected it to be.
Well, what a surprise. So, what have you learned about Haven and its people?
They call themselves the Disciples of Andraste, and they are very, very devoted. One could say fanatically so. They must be here to protect the urn, but they speak of Andraste as though she were still alive.
That's strange. Is that possible?
I'm old enough to know that anything is possible, child. Was there something else you wanted to discuss?
What were the villagers exactly doing with you?
They seemed intent on finding out personal information about me, where I grew up, things like that.
Yeah, well, I know why that is. They were planning to place a fake genitive in Denerim. Indeed.
How do you know?
Well, there was an imposter Wayland at your house.
An imposter? What happened to the real Wayland?
I'm sorry. I found his body stuffed in a box.
Oh, poor Wayland. I should never have dragged you into this. Maker, take you into his hands, my boy.
Well, Valen died protecting your research.
He believed in me, even when I lost faith in myself. I will honor his memory. Was there something else you wanted to say?
I was hoping you could answer some more questions, maybe. Do I have something more? Let's check.
All right. What is on your mind?
Not certain. The ashes could cure all Eamon, right?
I certainly hope the ashes will save him. The legends speak of their miraculous powers. There are many stories of pilgrims being healed, the blind seeing, and the lame dancing in joy. Perhaps it is Andraste that does this. Perhaps it is belief itself. By believing the ashes are magical, you make them so.
That would make sense. I suppose that's possible.
Anyway, that can be discussed once we actually have the ashes, and the Earl is better.
Alright, so that's enough talk for now, I think.
So run along and get that medallion then.
I have it already. Yes, is this the medallion? Yes.
Yes, that is your key. Take me to the mountainside and I will show you.
Alright, I'm not certain if you should be going and making this journey though. Are you sure you can make the journey?
It is not that far, and will you let me lean on you? For the urn, any pain is worth enduring.
Well, at least this is pretty close by. Denimir, on the other hand, is really far away, so sure, could be saying that should immediately return to Denerim, but I think it's fine that he is there, I guess. It is at his own risk. He came here on his own risk too, so... Alright, so let's leave now.
Ah, good. Help me up here. I'll try not to slow us down.
Good. I didn't really help you up though, but sure. Okay. So we travel to the mountainside and try to find the sacred urn. Urn of Sacred Ashes of Andraste. And here we are at the ruined temple. What is the codex we got? Brother Ferdinand Genitivi. I guess I will try to read about him later. A lot of characters I will probably read later. We'll see exactly how I'll do things. But okay, we're here. I think this is an alright place to end this episode, so I shall be continuing from here next time then to actually start exploring this location. So thank you for watching, and I shall see you soon for a little bit more continuation. So thank you for watching and see you next time. Bye bye till then. To be continued with Kidarusha next time in Dragon Age.